Do you have a type? I know I had a type, but my type might not be your type might not be my type. However, I can guarantee you one thing. I think we are reading some of the same books, you know. What are we thinking about? Fourth Wing, A Court of Mist and Fury. Like, people think that this book is so trashy.
I like it.
It's not trashy at all. If you think that that book is trashy, I don't know what to tell you. There are other books in my list that when you take a look at the title, you're gonna be like,
holy Jesus. What is that? What the f is that? What is that, Private Pile?
what else are we thinking about? Twisted Love? This is exactly why I'm talking about this. Alex Volkov. If my memory serves me right, he became a billionaire with the B at a young age. When our pathetic is crying over school assignments being broke as fuck. He's attending CEO meetings all around the world in a private jet, and when he's on land, he's driving around the city in a supercar, okay? He, mind you, Alex Volkov, developed a software and sold it and
Listen,
quadruple his net worth before, I don't know, like 21. Hi.
okay.
Now I need you to keep Alex Volkov on this side of your brain, like right here. Because right here, I have a question for you. I want you to remember your answer. Do you watch K-drama? Or maybe you have watched K-drama? Are the CEO young, rich, smart, like mean to everyone, but just that one girl? He's like so obsessed with the girl. That one girl. Oh, she's just so special.
Right here, okay?
So Alex Volkov, K-drama. Okay, and now I want you to move down to your eyes. Look at me. I want you to tell me, when the have you met someone like that in real life? Young, rich, and smart. Someone who quadruple their earning before turning 21 without having a bald spot. Someone who did not inherit their parents' money but built the company ground up since the age of 10. Now they're on the Forbes list and someone needs to write a book about them. That person does not exist because I've not read the book yet. And bam, this person, they take one look at you and they ask you,
Where have you been?
stop, like, what? But really, that is the fantasy that we have. That is the money-making formula. Rich guy, successful, and hot bod, guaranteed. You gotta be a little grumpy, you gotta be a little jealous, possessive, and you see that one girl, you meet that one girl and she's just effortlessly beautiful, and they fall in love, they get together. He puts her first in every single aspect of his life. He splurges on her.
What do you mean, birthday girl? I'm going to just buy you a cake with some roses. I'm gonna buy you a jet, an island, anything for my
Sunshine.
And let me tell you, he doesn't have a bald spot. He has a soft spot, and only for her. You can find this formula in a lot of published books, and also even more on Wattpad. If there is a demand for this, you can trust the internet will deliver, especially TikTok. Now listen, this genre, I eat it up. TikTok eats it up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you know what? I get it. Imagine Alex Volkov come to life. Someone as handsome as him. Come on, you gotta be handsome, Alex Volkov, right? One hand grabbing the steering wheel and jawline so sharp that if he turns too fast, this is what you will hear. They say you cut cheese with your abs, but no, he could cut it with his jawline. This genre is very, very popular on TikTok, and it's very multifaceted. It's a very fancy word, and I'm saying that because there's lawsuits flying around, and I'm a matrix. Tell me, best friend, when was the last time that your partner gave Alex Volkov one hand on the steering wheel, grumpy face, jawline, suit and tie? Keep that in mind. And he asks you,
What's wrong, sunshine?
okay, when? Like, first of all, let me tell you this, okay? My boyfriend the other day was driving us to breakfast and he had his one hand on the steering wheel. And you want to know what the he was doing with his other hand? One hand is on the steering wheel. What is he doing with his hand? He was picking his nose hair. What? Let me show you what it looked like. You are me. Okay. If at that moment he held out the hair and looked at me,
What's wrong, sunshine?
a tear is not gonna run down my leg. Point that I'm trying to make is that sometimes some things are meant to stay in romance books. Like they are a fantasy for a reason. There's nothing wrong with that. I love a good romance book and I love a book with smut. But if you come out and claim that you live in a dark romance or just, romance book in this lifetime, I need a reality TV of your life because I want to know, how do you maintain the relationship? Because you know what, you're right, I don't have that relationship, baby girl. As I have said, this topic is multifaceted and there are so many things to talk about, but today we'll only talk about two things. What are the qualities to be a main character in this genre? Why it doesn't translate well into real life? And I'm gonna tell you all of this through a story. I'm going to base this story off everything that I've seen on TikTok, like some of the most popular clips from TikTok. I want to introduce you the girl first, okay? The main female character. There's this recurring theme, princess treatment. This innocent girl who is effortlessly beautiful and off the beauty standards. She's clueless, but she's smart. Sometimes she plays tug of war, but she always wins, okay? Chances are she doesn't have a job, but there's no talks about prenup because the male main character simply cannot live without her.
In this economy,
I'm gonna piece everything together and give you a day in the life of Maeve.
Well, Maeve, you mad bitch.
What if it was a test?
Blame it on Mobland. That series is one of the best series that I've seen in a long time. If you like Bodyguard, you are going to love Mobland, but Maeve is unhinged in the show. Well, in here, I don't know. Let's start the story, okay? Maeve wakes up in the morning. No, not to an alarm. No, not the pathetic tone of those alarms, those pathetic alarms, reminds you of all your responsibility, your problems in life, your shoulda, coulda, woulda. No, okay, not Maeve. She wakes up to the morning light with an automatic, curtains that cost more than your car. She looks over to her right.
no CEO baby. Daddy, give me 300 million right now.
He is right now on the jet. Let's call him
George?
No, that's my cousin's English name. That is no. Let's call him Rhys because I'm gonna talk about Rhys and later. Anyway, Rhys is attending a business meeting in Rome. I don't know why in my notes I wrote like Romeo. So let's go back to Maeve. She looks over to her right and there's no CEO baby daddy, give me 300 million right now. If Maeve has a problem, it's that sometimes she feels neglected by this CEO baby daddy, give me 300 million right now. She thinks to herself, I'm going to remember this. She rolls over to her left and you know what there is? She sees a letter.
You are my everything. Your period is gonna come soon. So here's some chocolate, sunshine.
And she thinks to herself,
He's so sweet, but I'm still gonna get him on this.
okay, she gets ready, but she really didn't need to get ready because she just woke up like that. She gets ready and she walks barefoot over to her 3-story closet. She picks out a dress from Channel. I'm not sure if these brands wants to be associated with me. This dress is not on the runway. It's not in store. It's made by the designer from the machine, and it went straight to Maeve's body. It's made and tailored just for Maeve, only one in this world. She puts it on, and just when she was leaving, Rhys comes back.
Surprise.
Maeve is shook.
I thought you were in Romeo.
He replies,
I rushed back because I just couldn't be far from you, sunshine.
Rhys, did I tell you what he looks like? Dark hair. That's all I gotta say. They all have dark hair. If they have blonde hair, you know that book is, chances are it's going to be whack. He gotta be tall. He gotta be in suits. Broad shoulders, patek peep peep, a bouquet of roses in hand. No, it's not just roses. It's also roses with a bunch of Chanel products, not just perfume, also makeup products.
Because money is not a problem.
He gets up close to Maeve, look at her, grabs her neck,
using that necklace, you're gonna pull them into the guillotine
and kisses her. Then he bends down on one knee. He helps her put on her Cristina Lantini for her. You know what brand I'm trying to say without saying it, okay? Let's pause right here. I feel like I wanted to include this, but I cannot include it. As someone who has consumed a lot of romance books, there's no bodyguard. This is the only thing. In a lot of books like this, there are bodyguards, there are assistants everywhere, but in romance TikTok, like these sort of clips, there's none. So let's skip the bodyguards and the assistants. Rhys and Maeve did get into their supercar. What are we thinking about? McLaren F1? You know, the car can't be too fast because our boss can only drive with one hand. Imagine driving the F1 car with one hand in the car. Cue the sexy music in the car.
Rhys
puts one hand on Maeve's thigh and it goes, imagine this is her thigh. His hand goes whoop, 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 whoop. It goes back down. Then it goes back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Then it goes back down. Did you see? It's up and down, up and down, up and down. And Maeve just sits there. Did she eat it up? Did she be like,
Think.
Not sure, but the hashtag hand placement though. But when they get to their destination, she waits for Rhys to open the door because, you know, he always does that and the handle is just like simply too heavy. Rhys helps her get out of the car, okay? They leave to go to the restaurant and... Okay, wait. I'm not meant to write books, okay?
Because I forgot they gotta go shopping first, so let's go shopping.
As they are shopping before the restaurant, she goes inside the store. She's browsing the store. He puts one hand on her head and sort of like pet her. Emphasis like he's much taller than her, like way taller than her. But Rhys' phone rings. Rhys steps outside, face looking super serious because he always does when it comes to his job.
But still handsome, right?
I cannot believe I read books and I came up with this story.
Anyway, oh my god.
Rhys is outside. Maeve looks at him, and from inside the store, she's still browsing. He's outside taking the call, right? Rhys look back at her, smiles, and do reverse Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man.
This is reverse Spider-Man.
Do you want to know what happens in the restaurant?
No, because it's cringe.
Listen, you know what? There's nothing wrong with smutty books. I love a smutty book. Give me a book with a good plot and smut. I will consume the out of it. But some things are meant to be fantasy. For example, A Court of Thorns and Roses, if you know, Rhysand had a premonition of Feyre before he even met her. Would it be realistic if I read that and I go on Bumble waiting and hoping for that one handsome dark hair with mind control ability to drop me a message and be like,
I had a dream about you. You are my twin flame.
if you receive a message like that anywhere?
You are getting scapped. You need to stop whatever that you're doing and block.
This is not fun. What's fun is like watching skits. The last time that I kept up with the series of Thorns and Roses, they were supposed to make a, I don't know, like a TV series out of it, but it's cancelled. But I believe other than that, there are people making skits about it. And as you're reading the book, it's so fun to watch those because you get to see your favorite characters come to life, or even people cosplaying characters from anime, video games, and movies. Because the expectations is that they are characters. It gets complicated when someone comes out and be like,
this is possible, like it's 100% possible to live this life.
Okay, let's go back to my whack story. To have a life like Rhys and Maeve, like 3-story closet, roam in the afternoon, reverse Spider-Man while doing a business call out in public. The idea of it is unhinged, but you know, the idea of it is reverse Spider-Man in public is horrendous, but the reality is that a CEO life is probably not like that. With that said, I do believe that you can live like Maeve and Rhys, but only if you consider certain parts of your life, because being in a relationship is very complex. Like being married even is even more complex. When two people's lives get together, when they merge, they are not just marrying each other, they marry each other's family, their history, their baggage, their fears, and everything good. And relationship takes so much work. It doesn't run just on lust and money, because you know that's the sort of content essentially boils down to a lot of lust and money and splurging on the other person. We do need lust and we do need money, but let's be honest, we cannot pay our mortgage with love. As much as I would like to be telling the bank,
I love you.
Being told that this fantasy is real and someone is living in this fantasy as a whole, some people will be skeptical, others will believe it entirely. And you and I feel like I did. Okay, let's talk about you and I did a little bit of digging. Majority of you are 25 to 35. 3.9% of you though are 45 to 54.
Hey, bastard.
Okay, I feel like we take things with a pinch of salt, given all the sweet memories from past dating experiences. But there are other people who are taking things as it is, and them seeing all this content and people telling them, yeah, it's true, I live this life, is going to affect how they see love and relationship. And also how love sort of just revolves heavily around lust, money, angst, or even aesthetically driven love story. There is again nothing wrong with skits, smutty books, and fantasy. The thing that is meh is like claiming that it's 100% real. But I'll say this, when you post something online, some people expect you to stay that same way with the same mentality for the rest of time. People will remember what you say today. Tomorrow, 10 years from now, or even 1,000 years from now, people will pick apart your words. People will pick apart you from just like breathing. Haters will always hate, but this is not about them. This is about your people, your subscribers, your followers, your fans, the people who choose to give you their time and energy. If you are seen as a living proof that this fantasy can exist 100%, then that fantasy and you as living proof becomes the foundation of the parasocial relationship between you and your people. And it all comes crashing down when your people feel like they've been sold a lie, a fantasy that indeed is too good to be true. Then the foundation will crack and people will start digging, like we always talk about this. People start digging for their truth. Okay, I'm telling you, with internet and all of this, new Sherlock Holmes are born into this interwebs every single second. For those of you in a relationship, I want to ask, what if like your boyfriend or your partner or your girlfriend or whoever, right, puts their hand on you,
puts their hand on your thigh while you drive,
like thigh, go up, and go down? What would you think? I would get annoyed.
We've been together 5 years. I'm sick of this. I don't need this. I'm hungry. I just want to get to the breakfast spot and eat. Come on, you know me.
And And I'm pretty sure that you've seen memes like you tell your partner you're my soulmate, and after that, every single thing that come off their mouth, you just go like, I think that is love, I guess. You know what? I know one thing for sure is that if your love has no hardship, has nothing, okay, not cheating, we don't do that. In the previous story, we did that already. No, hardship is not cheating. Cheating is no thank you.
Take the trash out for me, please.
The thing I know for sure is that you want someone who will go through all the moments in your life. When you are the happiest and when you are the saddest, they're still there, okay? That is true intimacy for me. And don't believe everything that you see online. And I will catch you in the next one.